tutorial for you today using some brand new printables that I put on my site. These are the tattered rolled roses, and there's two different ones right now. There's going to be a few more later in the week in different colors and different styles. This one's the pink tattered rose, and there's also a spring mix which has like a purple, a yellow, and an orange, which is really pretty for spring. Anyway, this is how they turn out after you make them, and I designed some leaves to go with them, and it seems like it's a lot of fussy cutting, but it's not. It's super easy because I'll tell you why. When you cut out these petals, you don't have to be perfect, so you don't have to follow those funky ridges or the curvature of the petal. You just have to cut kind of a funky edge on there, and it's perfect. On mine, if you look at my scrap and grab it for you, you'll see that I did not cut anywhere near the actual curvature of the petals, so I'm quite a bit off. And I was off on these ones too, and they turned out great. So it doesn't take much time at all to cut them out. You just cut along. One thing that I need to point out though is that you want to make sure that you cut into the center just a little bit like this, so that you have sort of a little circle in the middle. And once you've cut it out, you are going to spray the back with some Glimmer Mist. I used Clam Bake. This is what it looks like. You don't have to use this color. You can use any color you want. Or the template actually comes with two sheets. So one looks like this, and the other one looks like this, but flipped, so that you can cut two out and glue them back to back to make your flower double-sided. But that's a lot of work that you really don't need to do if you just mist the back and dry it. So I Glimmer Misted my back, and you can do different colors, but see, it looks nice on the back. So do that, cut it out, and then you're going to take a paintbrush handle or something small, and you're going to curl your rose in, print side in. So kind of curl it over your handle, and make sure that your bottom of your curl is lining up. So the top, it's kind of going to end up curling and looking like this. It's not going to curl nice and tight and perfect onto your paintbrush. You don't want it to really do that. So just keep curling, and once you've got it going and the paper is kind of stiff, I printed this on just regular 60-pound cardstock that you get at Office Max. And you could save your files to like a thumb drive and just print a whole bunch of them at Office Max. And I think it's 13 cents cheaper if you bring your own cardstock. But this was really cheap anyway. It was still cheaper than going out and buying pre-made flowers. So you're just going to keep rolling, and I'm keeping my thumb on the bottom so I make sure it's nice and flat on the bottom. You just keep going all the way around, and then when you get towards the center, that's when it gets a little bit tricky. Just keep going. And then this kind of sits on that little circle that I told you was going to be there in the beginning. So once you do that, you kind of press down, and then you let it kind of unroll. And it seems silly, but this is how I get that really pretty curled petal look. Now we're going to unroll it, but we're going to start curling the corners of our petals. So see, this petal kind of looks like a upside down or a triangle here. You're going to curl the corners. So take your paintbrush handle and just curl your corners back. And if you have like little lips on your petals, you can curl those back too. It doesn't have to be a perfect curl. You just kind of do that sort of thing. And you're going to do that with all of your petals. And it's okay to unroll the rose now. You just needed to roll it initially so that it would remember how to roll back together after you curl the petals. You don't want to curl your petals first because it's going to be a little difficult to roll. And what you really want is just to train the bottom half of your spiral to curl that way. So just keep unrolling and keep curling your petals over. With cardstock that's printed on, it's so easy. You curl it and it stays curled. So you just do it one time. So keep going around, unravel the whole thing. Even the smaller petals that end up being in the very middle, you're going to curl those a little bit too. So it ends up looking like a real rose. I have some really funky nail polish on right now because Brooke painted my fingernails with glitter nail polish. And she doesn't want me to take it off, so I'm leaving it on for a while. Alright, so you have something like this. And then now you're just going to simply start to curl your flower again. And this time you're just going to roll it loosely. So you don't have to do it real tight like you did the first time. And you'll notice that the curled petals that you curled back are going to uncurl slightly, but it ends up being just right. So just work it around, something like that. And you can tighten it up by just pulling one side. So I tighten it one last time, and then I kind of just let it go, and it ends up doing its own thing. And what you do is you undo it here, get your hot glue gun, get a nice backing of glue on that circle part that ends up being your bottom, and then you just stick this over the top, and then you can kind of slide it around and tighten it as you need to. And then you just hold it down for a few seconds while your glue dries or solidifies. So you can kind of manipulate the swirl a little bit and hold it down, but usually it just kind of curls up and falls where it needs to be anyway. Alright, so now you have a cute little rose, and you can put your little leaves on there, and the printable comes with 3 different sizes. These are the 3 sizes that it comes with. One really big one, which is cute for like your hair or bouquets, and then these ones are perfect for scrapbooking. And the leaves you can cut out, and these you don't have to cut out perfectly either. What you do is you cut out the leaf nice and tight like this, and here's a quick and fast way to cut them out. So I just make little triangle snippets, and I just cut into it like this, and I go all the way down. I don't try to cut out that perfect shape on the tips of the little spikes here. I just kind of cut this texture on the edge like this. So this is super fast, super easy to do, and you still get that fun leafy edge that you want. So there's the leaves, pretty easy. And you get a bunch of different size leaves too. I'll show you the printable one more time. So super fun. It's on my website. The link to my website is right down there in the description. And this week I will have tons of more designs for these kinds of flowers and other printable flowers to make your own 3D flowers like this. So super fun. Try printing these on mulberry paper or different kinds of paper. Tattered Angels has awesome new papers with all kinds of different textures that this would be really fun to print on. So I hope you guys like it, and I hope you try it, and don't forget to tag me in your posts so I could see the roses that you made with this printable. Thanks so much, and have a great day, guys.